through earth, wind, and fire. It is here you will find the answers which you desire. Lord, now we are waiting in shadow, for your truth to be seen within thy letter, despite what many have thought to seek. The truth will always read. Long now for the Bible, the lost magic says made its arrival.
I don't know where Willow and things has went. Can anybody hear me? Can you put it in the chat, please? I am not sure what's happening. I hope the boys are behind.
Hello, guys. Sister's talking all the way through the intro.
I've got a blank screen.
Like you talking through the intro, we could just hear your voice coming over the intro.
I've got a blank screen.
You've got a blank screen?
Yeah. What? I don't know. That's what I'm saying. I don't know where everybody's went. Will I go out and come back in? Yeah. I can only hear you. I can't see anything. Will I just go out and back in?
Okay, yeah, no, just refresh it, sis. Hello to everybody that has come to the network and welcome to our live. This is the Lost Magics with myself, Willow, and Sister Athena. We are here tonight to be able to talk to you about candles and feathers. We're going to be talking about the colours and what they spiritually represent and what they are used for in spells and stuff, guys. Sister will be back with you soon. I would like to do a big shout out to Bald and Bonkers Network, also to Parapost as well. Big shout outs to you guys as well, as we are now running streams live on their posts and their channels as well, guys. Sorry, I'm a little bit tongue twisted. So yeah, we're going to be talking about feathers and candles, the colours, what they represent, what they are in spirituality and in your spell work, understanding the concepts of the animals behind the feathers as well and what that represents in different spiritualities and everything. So this should be really, really, really fun. Just waiting for Sister Drew to come back. Oh, she's there. I can see her.
Sorry, guys. I don't know what happened. My screen went pure black. I could only hear.
Can you see everything now, sis?
Yeah, I can see. I'm back, guys. Sorry about that. Welcome, everybody.
Hello, Crackling. Hello, Specialist of the Strange, which is Dakota. Chris is laughing on the Bald and Bonkers Network.
He did that. Oh, Christopher did that.
So, sis.
Play jokes, guys.
Oh, hello, Dobby. It's my angel as well.
You need to watch them.
Do you want to come forward?
Yeah, I'll just say quickly hello. Welcome, everybody, to our beautiful show tonight. We have got loads to show you. I'm not sure what sisters are already said. Are you talking about feathers, sis?
Yeah, I've explained that we're going to be talking about feathers and about candle colours and what they represent in spirituality and in like the craft. But also we've got some other bits we need to just talk about slightly first as well, guys.
A couple of serious things before we go too far.
Yes.
I don't know if you want to just get it over and done with or not.
Yeah, I'm just sharing out so that the guys know that we are actually live. Okay, and I'm just trying to send out the link. So yeah, we're going to start off just by talking to you guys about
a couple about
this matter that's come up that we feel that everybody needs to really take notice of. It's really important that you take notice of this, guys. If you have been watching the last couple of days, then you would have noticed that myself and Sister Drew have done some shows on this rather nasty gentleman that has got big issues with witches and people with mental health issues and other sort of sexualities that do not represent around the Christian faith. Okay. Now, he's going out with revengeance for witches and he's doing some really horrible stuff that we find really alarming. And some of the most top witches on YouTube that are very much sought after and followed are the ones that brought this to light for us. So I'm going to let Sister just say to you about a little bit about him, because she knows a lot more about him than what I do, because she's been doing a bit of research. But this guy is not a nice person, and his intent is to bring as much harm and hate upon the witch community as possible.
Right, where will we start? Right, well, if you all remember a long time ago that we had some things called the Salem witch trials, okay? Well, if that was not traumatic enough for our witchcraft community, which still harms in a lot of us today, we still grieve our relatives and things that we know is in our ancestry. There is now a Pastor Locke, Pastor Greg Locke. And we're not going to say too much about him because we don't really want to go into detail because it's pretty nasty. He now has made out as if witches, LGB, people with disorders, people of not, and I'm not even going to use the word Christianity, guys, because he's not from the Christian community. He's from another, I don't even know, evangelist type of community, but I'm going to let you do your own research on that, okay? The point being, he's a Pastor Greg Locke. He wants to out witches because he's blaming us for the thing that happened that we're all now still suffering from. He's blaming us for loads of things that's happening in the world that went wrong. I'm trying to watch my wording, guys, because I really don't want it to sound bad. But he has got 6 witches in his community who he's going to let his community deal with. I don't even know what I'm allowed to say, to be honest, sis. Do you want to kind of help me with this? Because I don't know if I'm allowed, what words I'm allowed to say.
No, you're allowed to say whatever you want to say. You just can't show any of the videos, and obviously no cussing or swearing.
Right,
That's all it is.
right.
Just
Well, this is what
free.
happened, right? He's a demon. He says himself as a demonologist, of course, and he can retract demons out of people. So he has got about 10 tents with about 3,000 people in each tent and still queuing up outside, who he takes into his community, repels demons out of. So happened that he did this to one person. And the demon that he repelled out of this person told him that there was 6 witches in his community. He has took it upon himself to out us as bad. I mean, he blame us for everything that has went wrong in the world. So this guy basically wants to assault
Make us non-existent.
and repeat the Salem witch trials.
Yeah.
Guys, I don't even want to say too much about it because I know there are a lot of people that think you shouldn't bring light to these things. So I'm going to just advise you to do your own research. Pastor Greg Locke, we have started a kind of movement, if you like, where we hashtag all witchy things in the videos that we are doing. If you want to check out our channels, there's Paranormal Vlog, Paranormal
welcome to do that in the room as well tonight.
We have done lives, guys. Please check them out because we do go into more detail. Out of respect for this going out in podcast and things, we don't want to repeat some of the words that he uses.
No.
So please check them out for yourselves and do your own research, and please tag us witches in it if you decide to go live or anything.
Exactly.
Pastor Greg Locke.
You're more than welcome to put hashtag whatever phrases for witches. It is just showing your support over all of the networks, because there are many of these people in many, communities. And I think it's important that we show that we're going to stand and be good, but we're not going to go into detail. Not the time and place, guys. There is a lot, like Sis said, on our channels that we've done, so you can look up that way or look his name up, as Sister said, and you will find out what the man is about.
It's bad, guys. He really wants to basically repeat the Salem witch trials. But the thing is, this day and age, it will only be like that. People will just start disappearing off the streets and never be seen again. That's the worrying part.
Yeah.
So please do your research and let us know anything you may find, okay?
Okay.
Okay, on to happier subjects.
So moving on from that scenario, we are now going to start talking to you about feathers and about the candle colours, guys, and what they represent. Now, I always have everything wrote down because it's so much easier to just go through that way. So you were saying you don't really know very much.
No, I don't really know much about feathers, sis. I mean, I do use feathers when I'm like pushing.
But do you want to talk about the candles? You want to talk about the candles, and then I'll just go over what I've got, and then I do the feather part.
Of course.
You do.
Let
Do
my dog
you
in.
want to go first? Are you wanting to go first?
Yeah,
Or
you
shall
go
I?
first, Jess.
Yeah, you go first then.
Am I going first, Jess?
Yeah, you go
Right,
first because
candles. Right,
I
okay.
went first the last time, so you can be on the
Yeah,
spot this
that's
time.
fine. Wait, and I'll get some information for you guys, just so everything I push out is real. Right, well, as you know, we use candles. Basically, when you're using candle work, you can actually use any candle. Okay, you don't necessarily have to use a black one or a white one. Most people do use the white, which is obviously peace, bringing in love, energy, that type of thing. But also the black, people always think that it's for bad. Me, sometimes when I do spell work, I like to have a white and a black candle. As I said, everything's balanced. I have got my black and white stones that I always carry. So to me, everything's balanced. So basically, with your white candles, if you're not using it for absolutely anything, what they typically tell you about the white ones, what do we find? In fact, wait, no, that's right. White is representing the goddess, okay? That's basically why we put the white one out, is the goddess. That's the main purpose. I think a lot of people put the white one out. I also put the red one out for the goddess, though, because sometimes it's to push out the love to her. That is what also the red one's about. But we'll go through them so I don't confuse you, okay? So the white is for the goddess, new beginnings, purity, blessings, such as a lot of people will use a white candle, birthdays, good example. Where are we else? White can be used in all spells and rituals, as I just said. Most people use a white candle. But it really just depends on how quick you want to do it. I mean, if you want to do some fast, grab a white candle, of course, but when you want to put more work into it, the orange, for example, the orange is set typically for hope, success, fire. A lot of people will use when I get my witchy boxes and things, there's always a yellow one in it for every season because that's the one that represents the sun. So we've got where did I go? Right, okay, success, God, assertiveness and justice. Okay, we've also got the pink, which is for friendship, love, romance, compassion, happiness, and honour. So do you see where I'm kind of going with that, guys? All the bright colours are always for the kind of more positive, the more drawn in, the more worship. Then you get a little bit darker, like your brown is for your earth. It's for earth magic as well, which a lot of people will use that on the rock to represent the earth symbol. As with the yellow, probably for, do you know what I mean, the goddess and things. We've got animals. That's a new one to me. I didn't really think about brown as being animals.
Yeah.
Comfort and healing because of the energy out of the brown. Purple is which a common one. A lot of witches use purple because it does represent our kind of faith. Purple's one of the most represented our faith, I would imagine. Purple's a beautiful colour, though. You get
It's a
so many
spirituality
different,
thing.
different signs of it. But that's for your psychic awareness, meditation, ambition, and the colour of the witch.
It is.
Grey repels psychic attack. I've never really seen much grey. I think you would have to really make a grey candle yourself. I've never seen grey. But these are most typical of your colours. Repel psychic attacks, peace and insensibility. Your gold is the god. So typically you would have your white one for your goddess and then your gold one for your god. A lot of people actually use both of them all the time. I've actually got a silver one and a gold one on malt at all times.
Yeah.
So repel psychic attack, peace and insensibility. Silver is your moon magic, dreams and intuition. Gold is the god, longevity, and wealth. Well, gold is a wealth, isn't it? Your black is for binding, endings, protection, and repels negativity. So your darker candles are for the things that you're kind of trying to push away from you, unless you're using the brown for like your earth symbol. But basically all the brighter ones are for the things that you want to draw in, honour, that type of thing. The red is I use quite a lot. The red's what I would say is, apart for the white and the black, is my most common one I use, and that's because it kind of pushes out strength, your life force, visuality, passion, power, and lust. But to me, and every time you see something red, it more represents like love and things. So anytime I'm trying to do something for somebody, it's usually like a red candle will do, because that pushes out to me that the love I'm meaning for that person. And a lot of the time it is how you feel about that colour. I mean, Uncle Danny lent us a thing that there's 3 colours you will typically have in your life that will be your favourites. And one will always be the one that you're drawn to. So your 3 colours that you mainly like in life will be your spirituality, the one that represents your soul, and the one that represents like your overall outlook in life. So, and if you really think about it, because mine is blue, purple, and I think it was yellow. And when you look up the colours, it really is my personality, and it's strange because when you
Mine
think
was
about how
red.
you
Mine
feel,
was red, grey, white, and black.
He told us, and this is what I did, was to look at your colour and feel your inner feelings, how you feel when you're looking at that colour. And it really does work if you do it, because yellow, you always kind of think of a bright day or something, and your mind starts to go to these places. So anytime it doesn't even need to be a candle you're holding. Test it out, see what works for you, how you feel when you're holding that colour. Like black kind of represents like mourning to me, maybe even negativities or such. And I don't really like to use black for anything else because that's how that makes me feel, you know. And as I said, like the from positive to negative. So I would advise you to don't listen too much to the guidance. That's why I don't really know what they all mean. Is because I see what they mean to me when I hold them. When I look at yellow, I always think of a bright day. When I look at orange, I think of fire. When I look at purple, I think of witches, spirituality, white, peace, is my overall outcome in life, which is usually joy and positivity. So that's how they make me feel. So you guys do the same. Look at a colour and see and search within yourself to how it makes you feel. And then you'll know what colours to use for what. Gold always represents a higher power to me, and the silver represents the goddess and the moon. That's my feelings. That's why I didn't want to say them first of all, because that's not what the book says. The book says all that. So my advice, guys, is look at colours and see how you feel about the colours.
Exactly.
Then you'll know what
The
colour
book
to use
suggests
for
there
what.
as a guide thing if there is something you want to follow like by step. But to be
I
quite
would
honest, as
definitely, if
Sister
I was
said,
to pick Sister Sherry's colours, right? For
all
her
colours are
personality, okay? I'll show you. I would pick red, white, and purple. And do you want to know why? I'll explain. Red because she is love, because she always pushes out love to us all, guys. Even if we're kind of, me and sister, I've had a few ups and downs along the way, a couple of wee bumps that other people have kind of came about, but we've always had the love there because she didn't ever not talk to me or anything. Me is same as her. So I always see her as red for love, white for peace because she's the first to stick up for you if you need her, and she just represents. Whenever I think of somebody that I need, I always think of Dobie, who's my other sister, she's in chat, and Sister Sherry Willow, because that's what I think of as white as peace, because she's always there just to calm you down. And the purple because she's a sister, the witch.
exactly, yeah, definitely a purple.
So think about how the colours make you feel, guys. That's my advice. I couldn't really read that because it's not my feelings. That's what the book says, okay? So just you think when you look at a colour how it makes you feel. Search within yourself and then you'll know what colour to use for what.
You could look into a book and look at what they say in that, and then you may feel that doesn't represent that for you. It represents
When
something
I
else.
was
It's what
reading
you
that,
feel
did you notice
connected
my
to.
heart wasn't in it? Because it's not the way I feel.
Yeah.
Anything that I was reading there just wasn't what I
Always
was
go on your gut
connected
instinct
with.
and what makes you feel like what. Like just because there's a specific colour and it's said a specific thing, it doesn't mean it's going to represent that for each person that picks that up. You know what I mean? It could be
Definitely.
mean something else.
It's got to be, as we always try and tell you guys, everything is in you. Everything is what you feel, what you push out. So it doesn't matter what the books all say. Read the books because they're interesting and they are a guidance. But
Just be
think how
yourself.
you feel. It's all to do with you, your emotions, your intent. So you've got to think of how the colours make you feel. It's up to you the way you use your candles and your colours.
It is, yeah. Most
So
definitely.
it's definitely all about feelings. Just test it out. If you are looking into getting the craft and maybe some candle magic, hold a candle that's orange. See how it makes you feel. Look at colours on a board and try and put them into. Even have maybe 6 or 7 candles. It's all different colours and try and put them into the categories. It's all fun, guys. That's what you have to understand. These things are a learning curve. And it's
They are.
amazing. It's a great journey, I swear. See, if you decide to take this journey, it's one of the most spiritually awakening, life-changing things you'll ever do. You get to so much in touch with your inner emotion, your inner self, that it has to be your way of life from then on in, because it's the way it's you and your emotions,
It's
and you
such
control it.
it's such a magical experience.
That's why it's
It
so
is.
upsetting, guys, about this guy, Pastor Greg
Yeah.
Locke, because we're not all Satanists who want to kill everybody and bring evil onto the world. We're the total opposite. We just want everybody to live in peace, and we want everybody to feel the divine power. And the divine power is in each of us. It depends on how you guys want to use that. We use it for peace and love and healing people and educating. You
And that's not
can
wrong.
use that too.
It's not wrong to do.
Please support us
Ow.
in the movement. We're trying to do, guys. We're trying to push out everything to show you that witches aren't bad. We just want to use the Mother Nature's energy, the divine. We just want to show you guys it and let these guys, the Pastor Locke, know that we are not what he says. We are probably more of God than him.
But we are. Look at
Yeah,
what we do.
sorry, I'm not wanting to make the shot about that. So back to colours. So go, and sister, how do you feel when you hold black? Because me, it's just always like a kind of.
For me,
Yeah.
black is one of my favourite colours, and I actually find black quite a positive feeling.
See, yeah,
I do believe that black represents a witch, because
right,
they always
okay,
say that the clothing of a witch is normally
yeah.
black. So I think that black, purple as well, but
Mm,
I do think that black represents a witch as well. So for me, it's a bit different to you, sis. Like when I
yeah,
look at a black candle, yes, it is for removing negative energy, and it's
yeah,
for removing hexes and curses and things like that. But for me, it also represents a higher energy in me.
mm-hmm.
It gives me my energy as a witch. I
Yeah,
believe that it's a very positive color for me.
yeah. See,
Yeah.
it's all to do with how you feel. Purple is
Mm.
just pure witch to me, guys. See, whenever I really am doing spell work, the purple candle is always there somewhere. It's always got to be there, because to me, that's representing me and my power. It's
Yeah.
just the way purple makes me feel. But blue is my favourite colour, because to me, I'm very spiritual and I'm very emotion, and I'm very like calming and things like what blue is. So blue is
Yeah.
my favourite. That's why I'm all blue. Whenever you see me, you'll see blue or teal.
Yeah.
So just have a feel, have a think, have a wee deep, meaningful talk to yourself about how these colours make you feel, and then you'll know how to use them. Don't really necessarily listen to the books. So it's all about you. Anything to add, sis? I don't really know what else to
Well,
say,
I
because
can go
maybe
through what I got, but
yeah,
um,
it's all experimenting as well. You've got to feel. You can't just jump into this and then the next day say you're a witch and you know everything. It really is a journey. It is all about you and your emotions. That's why you have to do the shadow work we were talking about, because your emotions can be up and down if you don't. You have to know who you are, and you have to come to terms with the balance in life so that you can feel these things. And I hope you
right.
can understand me, guys. I know my Scottish accent can be a bit much.
So this is what I got on candles. So when doing candle magic, it helps to choose the right candle colours.
Yeah,
Here
it
are some of
does
the
help.
common candle colours, meaning so that you can choose the one that aligns with your intentions. Witches and others have been burning candles for spiritual purposes for years. Even if you're a beginner witch, candle magic is a simple form of magic that can result in some pretty powerful results.
I use candle magic, guys. See, whenever I'm doing anything for you, that's what's on my website. It's all candle magic I do mostly. And that is where I kind of feel my power is, that and my jars.
When
So it's amazing. I mean, candles have got so much intent behind them. Even when you're blowing them out, That's you blowing out your intent to. A lot of witches will tell you to let it burn, but a lot will tell you to blow it out. To me, I use both. Sometimes I'll blow it out, and that's me pushing my intent out quicker. Sometimes I let it burn down if it's a healing, because I feel it needs to draw that energy right through it. Just a tip.
Yeah, like I will let a candle burn down if it's done for a specific reason, or if it's done
me
in a
too.
ritual. But if I'm doing just a normal prayer or a normal spell sort of thing, then I never ever blow my candles out, because I
Right.
believe that just ends every bit of work that you've just done.
See, we've
I
all got
normally will
different
get a cup.
opinions. That's
I
amazing,
normally get a
isn't
cup
it?
or something to
Yeah.
suffocate the candle, because it means it's still keeping that spell alight, but
Yeah.
it's not releasing it in the way that it's not going to work anymore.
And
So
you know something? See, sister having a different opinion from me, that doesn't matter. It still works.
you can do it. Everybody
Because it's
does it
all you.
differently. There is no wrong or right way. Just make sure that
Exactly.
you know your
I
intentions
agree.
when you're doing it. When doing candle color when doing candle
It's okay.
candle or color magic, just make sure your focus is clear and thought out. I've burned some candles have been burned in the past and I hadn't considered all of the outcomes of the intentions. As a result, while my manifestations did come to fruition, there was also played out in ways I hadn't imagined, and sometimes things were seriously weary.
Can
The
I say
meaning of
some,
the
guys,
different
just before you go on,
color
sister?
candles. Why do candles colors matter? The color of candles matter for a few reasons. One is symbolic. The brain has a subconscious response to certain colors that represent response to roots in your personal experiences with that color, as well as the meanings your culture assigned to it.
Yeah.
The meanings below correspond to those found in the Western world, as many as neo-pagan beliefs can be traced back to the ancient Greece, Rome, Egyptian, Ireland, and the Nordic countries. There also are prevailing beliefs that there's a connection between candle magic and color therapy, and that different colors emit different frequencies. This is true to some extent, as each color on the spectrum does reflect a certain light wavelength. Right, so the candle color meanings. So white, burn a white candle to connect with the lunar and the goddess energies. You can also use them for protection, new beginnings, and purity, healing, truth, meditation, peace, gratitude, harmony, to call spirit guides, or to help calm the mind. You can also burn white candles in place of any other color candle in the color you desire if the color you desire is not available. The black candle are the best for protection spells and for repelling and absorbing or banishing negative energies. Candle magic with these colors can also help reverse curses and hexes, unblock stuck energy, stop bad habits, or to put an end to an unhealthy situation. Red is for fast facing spells. Red candles are a great tool that tap into the powers of Mars and are best for the lust or intentions tied to the emanations of survival. Burning a red candle can help increase passion, potency, stamina, or attract a sex partner. They can also help with fresh starts and attribute to good luck, and many improve confidence, willpower, physical strength, courage, and determination. Pink candles should be burned for spells connected to unconditional love, romance, affection, warmth, joy, friendship, and self love. You can also use the pink coloured candles to embrace overall happiness, harmony, empathy, connection, intimacy, to strengthen new relationships and to facilitate relationships, healing, reclinations, forgiveness, and emotional healing. Blue candles are great for spiritual or emotional healing, improving communication, and for tapping into your creativity. Light a blue candle to enhance focus, memory, justice, profit, dreams, and inspiration. Like white candles, royal blue ones can be burned for harmony, peace of mind, truth, healing, and connection with the higher self. Green candles, if you are looking to do money magic or good luck magic. Burn a green candle. Green candles are ideal for asking for abundance in and all earthly things, whether you are doing earth and plant magic or need help with manifesting more in the realms of success, prosperity, or health. Brown, when you feel unthreatened, brown candles can help you ground. It can help ground you. Brown candles represent the earth and are ideal for any situation that calls for nurturing, understanding, balance, and building trust. They may also help you have a stronger connection with animal guides. Purple, historically, purple was connected with the royalty and with the mystical arts. If you want to improve your physic power and open your third eye, burn a purple candle. You can use purple candles for wisdom, meditation, divination, uncovering secret and knowledge, and deepening your spiritual awareness. Magneta or dark pink. If you're looking to do love spells but want a little lust involved, a Magneta candle is a good way to blend the intentions of the red and the pink candle colours. Great for improving your flirtation skills and your sexual confidence. Orange candles combine the intellectual energies of yellow candles and the aggressive intent of the red ones. Light an orange candle if you need help with things that involve both quick action and the mind. For instance, you can burn them for good luck in career, networking, and legal affairs. Consult a lawyer if you need one. They may also invite more joy and play and stimulating energy into your life. Yellow needs to take you need to take your idea to the next level. Yellow candles can help you with all things tied to the intellect and the focus. Burn a yellow candle to enhance learning, overcome mental blocks, expand your wisdom, gain clarity and confidence, bring in new ideas, and see things in a more logical way. Gold candles are one of the candle colors that draw on male energy or the energy of the god. It's best to burn if you need help with success, happiness, enlightenment, confidence, prosperity, wealth, personal power, and wisdom. Silver. For Wiccans, a white or a silver candle may represent the goddess. You can also use silver candles to tap into astral energy, female energy, and to help strengthen your intuitions, telepathy, and clairvoyance. They may also result in more powerful dreams. A light blue candle will work for intentions, but if you have a light blue candle, you can use it to improve patience, friendship, mental fortitude, or to help release anger. The grey candle are also a cross between white and black and operate as a neutral colour. They assist with neutrality, balance, protection, peace, and spiritual wisdom, and also it can also be used for the goddess as well. Part two is understanding your candles and the candle work. What does it mean in my candle burning? So this bit I just kind of it explains to you about different representations of candles and that. Okay, so whether it's your first time doing candle magic or it's your 50th, one thing you'll learn quickly is that no candle burns the same. This is true even if you're just burning candles because you want your house to smell good. Some candles burn fast, some burn with a double flame, some get knocked over by the cat. Are these signs or omens? Some people, including myself, believe there are meanings behind some of these candle signs. Reading flames' behaviors may give you more insight into what is to come from your candle spells and manifestations. Right, let me go down to the to what it is. Here are some of the common candle signs and flame meanings. The divergent signs and it derive from the variety of cultures and belief system and may use one or three types of divination. You've got pyromancy, which is division using fire. Ceremancy, division using wax. Caramancy, which is division using smoke. Okay, these are all important when you're doing your candle magic. It's not just the colours. Reading your candles when you're doing the magic is also a very important thing to be able to understand what is actually happening. Promising signs, candles, and flame meanings. Dancing, jumping, or flicking flames. This means that there is a lot of energy around you. Spells, pay attention to other signs to see the energy is moving in your direction. Make sure to check for drafts as well. High flames, either your wick is very tall or your wish is supported and may come to fruition. Small weak flames, either your wick is too short or your spell is facing a lot of obstacles. Blue flames, if your candle is burning hot with a blue flame, the energy is on your side. This is a good sign. Gold flame, this generally means another presence has adhered the workings and is generally not in a good way. Popping or crackling candles, it's said that if your candle is popping or crackling or otherwise making a lot of noise, that spirits are trying to talk to you. It's up to you to figure out if their intentions is beneficial or malicious. Candle wick curling. A curled wick is generally a good sign. Your intentions have probably hit the mark. Candles won't light. If your candle refuses to light, if your match keeps going out before you light it, or if it won't stay lit, this is not a good sign for your workings. It means you're being blocked for some reason or another. It essentially it's essentially candles equivalent of the 8-ball message, try again later. Candles that burn quickly. If your candle burns very fast, your intentions is likely to come to fusion. It may, however, not last as long as you wish. Candles that burn slowly. If your candle does burn slowly and steady, this is a good sign things you're working with will be granted. If it is very, very slow, it may mean that there is an obstacle in the way or that it might take much longer for your desire to manifest. Candle is destroyed or glass breaks. If it's not your cat or an animal or an earthquake that is the wind or some other entity or natural force knocks out your candle or destroys it, this is normally a good sign to stop your work. If your candle explodes, go find somewhere else to live and mind the plates of your friendly poltergeist is hurt if it's hurting you. But seriously, these are all signs that the universe is begging you to please stop. So if you're having issues with glass and you've lit up a candle and it's exploded or the glass is cracked, this is normally a sign that you're overworking yourself and that maybe you're overworking in an area that you shouldn't be, and maybe you need to look into another direction. This isn't normally very well known to happen because normally you're quite good at doing your work and that. So the high flame, your working is beginning is being supported and may come to fruition. Okay. Slow burning candles, your spell is facing obstacles or may take a long time to manifest. Black soot, some is not normal and a lot is a sign that your intentions is blocked. Candle won't light. This is generally a signal you should stop trying to manifest this at this time. So the spell is not specifically working and what you're trying to put into that spell at that time is not working. So maybe you need to come away from that for a short period of time, focus on something else, and then maybe go back into it. So I just wanted to kind of give you some little insight into the candle colours and like just how to be able to read your candles a little bit more. I will post everything that I've got here up and stuff for you as well. So then you've got the commentary like soot and smoke meanings. So candle glass gets black round the top. When you're working with candles, it's pretty typical for them to get some black soot around the top. You'll know because of science. If there aren't many additional ingredients, oils or herbs, etc., on the candle and the top is very dark, it can mean there's obstacles or blocks in the way of your intentions. Black soot all the way down the jar. This generally isn't a good sign. Something may be working against you, and if you want your intentions to manifest, you might have to do an additional personal, interpersonal, or magic work. Black soot on one side of the glass, I tend to interrupt that there is a block in the element the soot appears on. For instance, it's only on the west side, then I wonder if I am bringing an emotional block to the situation, or if the candle, if connected to someone else, they are. White soot or candle. Some believe that if you see white soot, this means the universe or spirits are supporting your intentions. The more white soot, the better. Smoke from a candle. I look at what directions the smoke is heading in. If it's moving in a direction that needs the most help, then I interrupt that this is a good sign. Others believe that if the smoke moves towards you, it's a good sign, and if the smoke moves away from you, it's less so. If this feels correct to you, go with it. If you're working with undoing a curse or removing something negative, look for smoke to be heading away from you. Just make sure to check for drafts if you are using this as a sign. Black smoke from candles. If you dressed your candle with a lot of herbs or oils, you're probably going to see a lot of black smoke, at least at the beginning of the burn. Otherwise, it can mean something is blocking your spell. White smoke from the candle. This is a sign your intentions have been received and will be granted. Lots of smoke. Some people believe that if the candle is letting off a lot of smoke, this is a sign your guides, spirits, or the universe is trying to communicate with you. If you're working with any energy or someone's connected with the air element, this could also be a good sign. Some examples of this could be doing a spell during Gemini season, manifesting something related to the Gemini, or doing work connected with someone who has one of the sword court cards as a factor. Black soot around the flame. Did you touch your candle wick? Did this happen to me? When I get annoyed that there's wax on the side, and instead of just being patient, push it back down, and then I spill the candle with soot in it into the candle sign. I have strategies raised and includes if you didn't do this TK. Ceremonial signs, which is wax meanings. Candle doesn't burn all the way. Most candles don't burn without any leftover wax and glass encased pillars. Candles rarely do. If there if there's a lot of wax left, usually half an inch or so in a glass in in enchased candle, this could mean you have things to work through before you can complete your workings. Candle burn, no wax left. If you have no wax left and all of your signs are good, then your spell was successful. Be patient for it to come to fruition, but it should be on its way. Candle burns on one side only. Your intentions is blocked by all elements or all forces except the one on the side that is clear. Candle burns on all sides but one. The energy of the element earth, water, air, and fire is blocking your ask. Ask yourself if there is an emotional water west, physical earth north, communication east air, or will based fire self. Obstacles in the way of your intentions. Candle craters. Sometimes only the middle of the candle burns. This happens regularly. If you're not working with a pillar candle, but it can also mean your intentions wasn't strong enough to work through the blocker. Wax signs. If wax remains after the burn, take a look at it to see if there are any shapes or symbols within it. Clockwise candle wax burn. This is a good sign and means that your intentions is on its way to you. Counterclockwise wax. If you are doing an uncrossing or banishing, this is a good sign, as it's moving the energy away from you. Otherwise, this is not a good sign. Then, obviously, the next part was us going into the feather magic, guys, and stuff like that, because that's the next part. So I don't know what you thought about that, guys, but like I said, I will post this all up for you guys to be able to read through it and stuff like that. What did you think, sis?
Yeah, if you want to know how I do it, guys, mail me and I'll tell you how I do it my way, okay?
Yeah.
What can I say? What can I say?
Feather magic. In natural magic, feathers are used in spells and ceremonies to promote change. They are used as crystals to help focus concentration while carrying out spells and wishes. The medicine bag, also called power pouch or sachet, often includes spell feathers which have meanings to the wearer and help attracting good luck as well as driving away bad things. Feathers are often used for focus, concentration in spells. Feathers are magically ruled by the element of air. This makes them good communication helpers. But each feather also can hold other special powers depending on the bird it came from, its color and place of discovery, and other factors. The knowledge what kind of feathers is best used for what kind of feathers is not as helpful for creating a defense strategy than a feather taken from a bird of prey. The general rule for future feather magicians is always to use self found feathers rather than brought ones. A shop cannot substitute a walk in nature, nor the joy when the wanted feathers is finally found. Feathers are often used to focus concentration in spells. Feathers used for magic undertaking are mainly determined by the energy which is brought into the feather by the magician himself or herself. Through connection and through, besides from the energy the magician brings in the object, feathers hold certain natural abilities. these are some of the animals, the birds, and the representation of what these feathers mean, guys. Okay, so you have the peacock. The peacock feathers were thought to be very unlucky because they resemble an eye. The eye shape represents the evil eye, which people were afraid of. Today, the beauty and the natural strength of the peacock feathers are again recognized. They are spiritually valued for their multicolored eyes. The blue jay feathers are valued as brighter or lighter and joy, and are said to have the ability to brighten up even the darkest places. The crow's feather is one of the animal humans have always been afraid of. The crow is one of the animals humans have always been afraid of. A crow at the window is said to represent the soul of a dead person. Crow feathers are used for mourning and letting go of unwanted feelings or situations. Then you have got the robin. The robin's feathers can help to bring new things into one's life. They can also be used to introduce fertility and advertisements. The swan feather, the pure white feather of the swan, are used to purify and to cleanse by the attracting new energy. They represent beauty, grace, and goodness. Black swan feathers can be used to purify of unwanted energies. The nightingale. This bird's feathers are good for communication feathers. They help you to tap into the deeper consciousness and can teach secret wisdom. The hawk. The feathers of the hawk not only hold the active energies of these artificial hunters, but also can be used to identify diseases at skilled hands. Eagles' feathers are thought to be great energy bringers and remind us of the basic sacredness of all birds. They represent peace and happiness and can also drive away harmful energy. Basically, all feathers can be used for any spell. They can either attract or repel energy, but their colors gives them a specific energy, which should be chosen in accurate accordance to the wished outcome of the spell. Naturally, colored feathers are more powerful than the chemical dyed ones. Often colored candles are used to in to conjunction with feathers to give additional strength to the spell. So when you're doing a magical spell with a candle, say like you're doing a love spell, okay, and you've got a red candle, you can get a feather that represents love and honesty and all these sort of things, okay, and you would be able to put that onto the table with the candle. Again, like candles, you don't have to use the specific color of the feather. Obviously, if you're doing specific work in certain things like these subjects have been answered, then yes, you do need to use the right feather. But when you're just doing a normal spell and you're just maybe making something for an intention, you can use a feather that you feel attracted to and put your intentions into that, guys. That is not a problem. Colored basic energy abilities brings about help with red, courage, good fortune, life energy, lust, courage, enjoyment, vitality, and overactivity. Overactivity. The orange, attraction, energy, success, creativity, physical, love, new ideas, willpower, love, and loneliness. Yellow feathers, intelligence, blessings of the sun, thinking, reasoning, playfulness, pondering, and reasoning. The green candles are green feathers are harmony, unity, fertility, growth, finances, nurture, nature, spirits, animal and plant spirits, forgiveness and selflessness. Blue is physic awareness, peace, health, connection with spirits, protection, believe, faith, knowledge, and communication. Violet is spiritual awakening, deep spirituality, knowing of one's faith, devotion, devotion, intuition, and idealism. Pink, love, romance, caring, feeling, empathy, kindness, love, tenderness, loneliness, and longing. White, purification, spiritually, hope, protection, peace, blessings of the moon, balance, finding peace, observing energy. Grey is peace, neutrality, being invisible, debating, neutrality, and static. Black, protection, driving away slow energy, grief, loss, repelling energy. Feather symbolism and magic and more. You're walking down a familiar path when someone catches your eye. It's a large feather. You were having an awful day, but somehow finding a feather on the ground has elevated your mood. This is the inner magic of the feather. Feathers come from birds and so are magical by association. Birds have long been regarded as messengers of the gods, as they carried messages to and from the heavens. Finding a feather on the ground is a gift from the spirit, a spirit guide, angel, or a deceased loved one. There is something special in every found feather. Let's explore feathers symbolization, feathers magic, and more. Feather feathers and types of bird. If you're finding feathers on the ground and can't identify the bird, don't fret. You don't have to know the type of bird it can it came from to tap into its magic. But if determined to identify the feathers bird owner, you can start by doing your research. Look at what kind of birds live in your area. Then identify the size of the bird and the feather. You can narrow that down to your search for these birds. If you try hard enough, or you can ask spirits to show you the bird in a dream or a meditation. Hang on a minute, guys. It's important to identify the type of bird when diving into a feather symbolization. Feathers symbolized by birds. Each bird has its own feather symbolization, its own special magic. Birds have a direct link with spirit and will bring you divine messages. To get started, here is a list of the birds and the feathers symbolized. Blue jay feathers. While many people say blue jays are a nuisance, I have found them to be very powerful guides. Their messages is simple: protect family at all costs. Blackbirds, crows, ravens, feathers. There are many kinds of blackbirds, but their general messages can be broken down into magical mystery and intrusion. Ibis feathers. The ibis is found in the southeastern USA and is a direct connection to the wealth of Egyptian gods of wisdom and writings. The ibis reminds us to tap into our creative side and gain wisdom from the universe. Seagulls feathers. The seagull can be found almost anywhere along the coast. It is a scavenging bird and is connected to the sea. The seagull's feather symbolizes humor, silliness, and using resources wisely. Cardinal feathers. The cardinal has such a beautiful and vibrant red feather that symbolizes vitality, life, power. Parrot's feathers re- remind us to be aware of our surroundings and to heal us through color therapy. The dove and the pigeon feathers. Dove and pigeons are in the same family. Dove feathers symbolize peace, love, and family. Mockingbird feathers. Mockingbirds remind us to sing our own song, to be our own unique selves, our feathers. Owl feathers have connections to the ancient deities. Owl feathers symbolize magic, intuition, and seeing in the dark, developing physic awareness, and more. The hawk feathers remind us to connect with spirit, stay focused, and fly high. Feather symbolization by colors. White feathers are a sign from recently passed loved ones or angels. Black feathers, a call to the spiritual action and self exploration. So, exploring yourselves. Red feathers, a sign of passion or love in the near future. Blue feathers, a sign of communication, peace, and protection. The brown feathers, a sign of home, life, and importance of grounding. Carrying on. Hang on a minute, guys. Sorry. What part of the bird did the feathers come from? If we want to get into the details of feathers, symbolization, and identity, what part of the bird the feathers come from? The part of the bird has spiritual meaning and magic. Ted Andrews describes in his book of Animal Speaks that different parts of the bird and the sign signifies of what significance of the feathers from those parts. He is my take on the parts of the feather symbolization. Wing feathers send a thought or prayer to another or to a spirit. Wing feathers are stiffer than other feathers to support the bird in flight, as so it will support you in your endovers. The technical name of these feathers are remiges. Down feathers. These sorts of fluffy feathers provide warmth to the bird. Use them to comfort and protect your spirituality. Other feathers, these are called contour feathers and are the outermost feathers, or the ones that you see the most. These feathers help wick water and are the most colourful. Contour feathers can bring a sense of self appreciation and protection. There are other tail feathers, re- rectories, borders feathers, and curvers. Below the counter feathers, arter, after feathers, and the bristles. You can find out more about these types of feathers by going on sites. Ways to use your feathers in your magic practices. For thousands of years, Native Americans and other indigenous people have used feathers to symbolize in their spiritual rituals. Here's how you can use feathers magic today. Smudging is an old Native American practice. It is the use of smoke from a dried herb, such as a white sage, to rid an area of person of negativity. It is a right. It is a rite of cleansing. A larger feather can be used to fan the smoke in different directions. The feather itself lends lends to the power of the smudging ritual. Feathers can be bundled together and made into a smudging wand. You can watch tutorials on how to make your own on YouTube. Accessories. Feathers can be worn on the body. This is a powerful form of feather magic. Natives have worn feathers in their hair and on their clothes for centuries. You can wear your favorite feathers by making it into your hair piece or as a piece of jewelry. Carry the feathers with you, and the spiritual significance will stay with you. Meditation holds feathers. During meditation, blow gently on the feathers to send out your spiritual intent or to put yourself into a trance. Hold a specific type of bird's feather to connect to your bird spirit guide. Dream bags and pillows. If you are not allergic to bird feathers, place a feather into a small sachet with each other and herb, and to include lucid dreams. Tuck the feathers under your pillows at night to help transform yourself into the form of a bird in your dream. Magical remainment. Please place your favorite feathers between your favorite crystal and stone in a small clear vase and put somewhere special in your home. This keeps the spiritual powers of your feathers flowing throughout your secret space. Plus, you can admire their beauty at any time. Absorbment. You can adore yourself with feathers, or you can use feathers to adore your spiritual tools, just as a native did. You can use feathers to decorate wands, rattles, drums, staffs, altars, cloths, and more. Gods and goddesses. In addition to the types of feathers, what kind of bird it came from, and how to do feather magic, research if the bird is connected to the gods or the goddesses. For instance, the seagull is connected to the Celtic sea god, Manana or Maclear. The ibis is connected to the fawn, the Egyptian gods of writing. The virtual is connected to the Egyptian goddess Nebet or Morrigan. An Irish triple goddess is connected to the crow. And the list goes on. The end. So it is really important that when you're doing your magic and you get feathers, as I said, you can manifest your own energies and your own intentions into your feathers, but also very much look into the intentions of feathers as well and the animals that they come from, okay? Because this is really important when you're using it for magic, okay? Because these feathers can represent different things, different gods, goddesses, different meanings. They're no different to a candle. It's just that they are looked up as a more of a higher sort of power because of what they are. Birds are looked at as a spiritual being, animal that comes from the gods, from the heavens. So their feathers are very powerful, and very much use them in your spells. Use them for your own use as well, as I've said. You know, they're very good to uplift you, to spiritually open you, connect you. They do many things. So that was my intake to you guys on how to use feathers and candles. You're muted, sis.
Sorry about the music, guys. My fiance's downstairs with his brother, and the music gets sent to the fire stick. I had to quickly put it off. Yeah, basically, guys, I kind of do things a lot different, though. I mean, I've told you before, I do everything, though, by the book. I kind of do things where I mostly feel it. I do everything by my feelings, and I definitely read the books. That's my opinion to you, is read the books, as I've always told you.
Oh,
Do
yeah.
research and things. The books are
I'm a
important.
natural witch and I don't use a lot of those ways. I do things my own way. But when it comes to my feathers and stuff, there are certain things you have to do with feathers and you do have to use them for them certain things. It's really important. So don't follow the book. Follow your own intentions. Follow your own way. Be your own selves, guys. Believe in your own thing. Put your own stuff into your intentions and that. But some guidance sometimes is important because of if you're working for certain things, certain rituals, certain spells. What's happened? Where's she gone? Sis? Can someone come back? Can someone come up here with me? Did I do something wrong? Sis, is everything all right? I will be posting these bits of information up, guys, so you guys can go together, and so you guys can read up and learn a little bit more. As was said, you can choose your own way. I'm a natural witch. I do things a natural way and stuff like that, guys, but sometimes it is really good to just, you know, some things you do need to read up and understand about, and it would be really good to look into the things to do with your candles and your feathers, just to be most definitely on your feathers, though, just to be completely sure and stuff, guys. It's very, very important. Oh, to be quite honest, there isn't really very much else to do, is it? Like I've done the talk on the feathers and stuff like that. So again, I just want to mention to you guys that we do really appreciate that you come in and support us and our evening show with the Lost Magics, and that we ask that you support the Bald and Bonkers Network. We are also now with the Parapost, okay, which is Brian, and I think Lex is in that as well. So yeah, we've got those guys. So we are under them, and that is absolutely amazing news. And thank you guys for putting us out for the first time today. That is awesome, guys. Again, the situation that me and Sister spoke to you about earlier about the pastor, please, you've got until Monday to get all of this all shared out. If any of you want to do any shows and want us to join you, we'll be more than welcome to come up and support you in that way. Just remember that you're okay to be different, and you're okay to be who you are, and nobody has a right to tell you who you should and shouldn't be, guys. And let's make a stand for who we are, and let's make a stand for our ancestors of the past, guys. That's what we're going to do. Again, thank you, Chris and Dakota, for having me on the show. If one of you want to come back up into the thing and talk to me after, that'd be brilliant. But I'm going to end this stream, guys. So lots of love, light, and blessings, and merry parting. I hope that you enjoyed the show. Remember to stay real and stay spooky, and we will see you very, very soon. And a merry parting to you, angels, and good night.